There's a lot of great focus out there these days on strengthening the core and supporting the back and building functional strength, and I'm all for it. Just like strengthening any other muscle group though, you need to do flexibility training for your core to get the suppleness back and get the muscles back to the appropriate length. So your core is not just your abdominals, it's everything from your shoulders to your hips, front, back, and sides. It's also the external muscles and the internal muscles inside your hips. So there's no one stretch that's really going to fix the core. So I'm going to take you through a few sequences today. It should take you maybe 3 minutes to work through this and be great to do after any workout. First, we're going to start with standing. Have your feet about shoulder width apart and weave your fingers together so you feel that your feet are grounded. It's nice to do this in bare feet. Push the heels of the hands away and lift the arms up. And then lengthen up the sides. So feel the lift come out of your shoulders and also coming from the sides of your hips. We're going to push the hands to your right, push the hips to the left, and really stretch out your obliques. And then add a little twist to this. Turn and look down and feel the stretch move into your lower back. And then turn and look up and feel the stretch move into the front of your left hip. Okay, and then bring the hands back up. Go the other way, side bending to the left, hips pushing to the right. So putting more weight on your right foot. And then turn and look down, taking it into your back. And turn and look up, taking it into your side and your front. And then come on back up. Just slide your hands down your legs now. Come into a forward fold. Let the head go upside down and hold on to your legs wherever you can reach. It's not a competition. Do keep your knees straight and allow the upper body to hang. And then just do a few slow pedaling of the legs, bending one knee and straightening the other. Really getting into the back of the legs, bending into your glutes and getting into your lower back. And then bend your knees to come up. You might want to stand beside something so you have a little bit of support, or hold onto a chair, but coming into a one-legged figure four. So you're going to take your ankle on the opposite thigh and then sit down. You can hold on to something if you need to. And come into a nice stretch for the glutes, which feed into your lower back, into part of your core. And just finding your balance. Feels pretty good on both hips. And then the other way, I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see the form here. Taking your other ankle on top. Slowly coming down until you feel that stretch moving into the glutes. So the glutes are part of your leg, but they're also part of your back. They feed right into your lower back. Good. And come on back up. And just walk yourself down into downward facing dog. So you just plant your hands about shoulder width apart, your feet about hip width apart. Lift your hips up. You can bend your knees to get the hips higher. Pull the shoulder blades into your back and try to pull your front ribs in so you're lengthening the lower back. And then once again, pedal your legs here. Moving your hips around. Feeling lots of length in the back and the shoulders. And then just bring your knees down. Get the hands right under the shoulders and push into the hands and round your back. Come into cat pose. So letting the head come down, pushing strongly into the mat. Inhale back to neutral. Turn your hands on a 45-degree angle so that you can bend the elbows out towards the sides of the mat and squeeze your back. Inhale neutral. Leave the hands where they are. Round up into cat. Inhale to neutral. And exhale down into cow. One more round. Inhale neutral. Think of lengthening your neck. Exhale, rounding your back. Inhale to neutral. Exhale down. Good. And then just bring your knees forward. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Take your hands back behind you. You can come onto your fingertips or onto the heels of your hands. And then push your knees away. Lift your hips up and lift into this hip press. And you can kind of shift from one side to the other so you feel the stretch moving from one hip up through the abdominals, into your ribs, into your shoulders. Feels pretty good. All right, let's come on out of that and come down to laying on your back. So take the arms up above you, grab your left wrist with your right hand and shift your shoulders so your hands are coming off the mat on the right side. Then take your feet off to the right, hook your left foot on your right ankle, and then try to keep your left hip down on the mat and come into a really big opening into everything inside of your body, but specifically right into that hip and into your side ribs, into your shoulder. You can pull a little bit with your right hand. And then come out of that, and we'll build it the other way. So shifting your upper body to the left, taking your feet to the left, right foot on top. Hoo, hoo, hoo. That's different on this side. So you manage how difficult it is by where you put your feet. And add that assist. And then come on back into the middle. We'll take the arms down by your sides. Push into your feet and roll up into bridge, opening into the hip flexors again, and then traveling into your abdominals, into the front ribs, pulling the shoulders down to open into the chest. And again, shift your weight a little to one side and then the other. So you just feel that flexibility starting to open up in the front of your body. And then bring that all back down. We'll let your right leg go down and draw your left knee in. Give it a good squeeze. And then pull it across, rolling to the right. Reaching up and out with your right arm. Maybe looking to the right. And get a good grip on your left leg and let it relax and feel that lovely spiral all up the left side, into your side ribs, into your back, into your chest. Breathing into it. And then come on up out of that, and we'll do the other side. So drawing your right knee in, pulling it across, opening your right arm out to the side, letting the right leg relax, breathing into this twist. One of the most essential movements, patterns for the body is twisting. And then come on back out, maybe just hug your knees for a moment, rock out your lower back. And then you're done, and ready to go. So thank you for joining me for some core flexibility. Namaste.